By 1755, the French and the British had conquered and colonized most of the world. Even with their vast empires, they each coveted what the other possessed. The crown jewel both claimed as their own was the Americas. The French army, with the Ohio and Missouri rivers in its grip, controlled the West. The British ruled the East. Between them lay the quiet land of the Hudson Valley. It was here that the lives of soldiers and settlers alike would be lost. It was here that the war would be fought. Yet out of this war survived the likes of Washington, Jefferson, and Franklin, men destined to construct our nation. So too were the legends of our land born, and none was more magnificent than the one they called Hawkeye.
Elizabeth, are you not bothered by these flying fleas?
Well, yes. But they are the least of what bothers me. We haven't seen a human being or a sign of civilization for days.
Elizabeth, I begged you to be sure of your commitment to this journey before we started.
7 weeks of fleas and foul weather and loneliness have worn down my commitment. This is an adventure for younger men, William.
So there it is said. When we married 5 years ago, you took my age to be strength and wisdom. And now you see it as weakness and naivety.
That is not what I meant. Forgive me. But you must face the fact that... William.
They may be friendless, Elizabeth. Do not panic.
Take the one on the right. Shoot, white men, now!
Shot the savage. Did you see, Elizabeth?
I saw.
You missed. He didn't.
No, I beg to differ. But I'm sure it was my shot. I made the shot.
Morning. My name's Nathaniel Bumpel. People around here call me Hawkeye. Where you headed?
We traveled to Fort Bennington. I am William Shields, and this is my wife, Elizabeth.
William, I think that we owe this man and the Indian a debt of gratitude.
Oh, to the savage, indeed, I am indebted. But, sir, could you kindly explain and set the record straight that it was I who made the shot? Please tell them the truth of this matter.
Well, sir, the truth of the matter, if it's important to you, is whatever way you saw it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, if you would care to accompany us to Fort Bennington, you're welcome of my protection.
Much obliged. But the savage and I have business elsewhere.
This belongs to your husband. He may need it again.
Well, you would have thought they could have at least said thank you. So, what do you think of me now, Elizabeth? Still unfit for this frontier life?
Enter. Speak quickly.
By your leave, Captain Shields, you requested that you be notified of your brother's approach. They are here.
Safe?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What serendipity to finally have educated, genteel beings amidst this chaotic, uncouth wilderness, eh, Holland?
Sir?
Exactly. Bring brandy.
Yes, sir.
William. Oh, brother. Elizabeth.
Taylor.
By God's grace, you've finally arrived. Cleanse the wilderness from your throats.
Oh, no, no.
Drink to the new life.
The frontier life seems to suit you, Taylor. Does it not, Elizabeth?
Well, indeed it does. How are you?
With your arrival at last, excellent. Tell me of yourself, Elizabeth.
Oh, she will tell you that it was I who made our journey safe, even though we were attacked by hostile Indians.
You were attacked by Hurons?
Yes, two of them. I dispatched one of them.
And what of the other?
A woodsman by the name of Hawkeye and his Indian friend assisted us.
Hawkeye and Chingachgook came to your rescue, but you killed the Indians.
I don't want to boast, Taylor, but it was more like we came to their rescue. What do you think of your gout-ridden brother now, By God, these woods, they make me feel young. Is the trading post in ready for our merchandise?
Yes, I believe so.
I'll see to the horses. You see to our new business, Elizabeth.
He shot an Indian.
Yes. And here's the ball that did it.
A moment, Taylor. This frontier is all you said it would be. It invigorates me. But I am quite anxious to meet with Colonel Monroe. Have you secured the trading contracts with His Majesty's Army, as you promised?
I have made great strides in getting Colonel Monroe's blessing. As we speak, the matter is pending with General Braddock.
But they are not yet done. There is no problem, is there, Taylor?
None that I shall not solve, brother. You need to wash and rest. We'll talk business later. Welcome.
Howdy, ma'am. You must be Mrs. Elizabeth Shields.
Yes.
Well, hi, I'm McKinney, and this here's Peavy.
Hello.
Well, welcome to Fort Bennington.
Thank you.
Oh!
Mallards, ma'am. We catch them off the lake.
We've been sort of caretaking the place on anticipation of your arrival.
Spent 2 weeks cleaning and getting stuff organized.
2 weeks?
Well, figured it's the least we could do, seeing as you might hire us as assistant managers.
Assistant managers?
Well, perhaps the assistant part in the beginning and the manager part to follow?
I see.
Dang, that's what that thing was. Come here. Miss Shields, we'll take care of this in no time. Petey!
How long have you lived with the Delaware?
Almost 20 years.
Then why do you still behave like a foolish white man?
You mean touch the clouds?
Yes. You should have killed him.
He put down his tomahawk, turned away.
But it was his brother that you killed.
In a fair battle?
No difference. Touch the clouds will be satisfied only when you lie next to his brother.
Well, let's hope he has to wait a spell.
You are too forgiving.
It's the Christian way.
It's a dangerous way.
I do not kill if I have a choice, Chingachgook.
Well, let's hope you have a choice when Touch the Cloud comes to kill you.
Think Miss Shields took a liking to us?
What's there not to like about us, Petey? Just let me do the negotiating for our jobs. Well, we caught the little devil. You know, Mrs. Shields, it takes a heap of doing to run a place like this.
Well, I certainly agree that it's going to need a lot of hard work.
And not to mention enterprise and able-bodied employees like me and Peavy would be.
All right. I propose full-time hours, meaning dawn to dusk, 6 days a week with Sundays free. Full responsibilities for any breakage or the disappearance of any inventory. And I will charge you for any consumables that you eat or drink at the prevailing prices. And naturally, the same applies to any days that you are late, sick, or you fail to show up at all. Now, with that in mind, I propose 30 pence a week as a fair wage.
Ma'am, that seems mighty fair, generous even. But I was wondering if you could possibly see your way to making it 35 pence a week.
Perhaps in time, Mr. McKinney, after you and Peavy have proven yourselves worthy.
Right. Excellent.
Good. Then start by unloading the wagon out front.
Okay. Come on.
Great negotiating. Now we're gonna work and still be broke.
Boys?
Hawkeye?
Mrs. Shields, I was wondering if you might have a small amount of whale's oil available.
Whale's oil. What's it for?
Oh, it needs a little wetting. Knife's only as good as it is sharp.
Oh, well, I have something that's just as good if you'll help me with this.
Certainly.
It's called neat's foot oil. In Virginia, we make it from boiling the feet and the shin bones of cattle.
Thank you. I'll return it.
Mr. Hawkeye, I know what happened out there with the Indians. I know you fired the shot.
Hardly matters.
To William, it did.
Then let him think what he wants.
May I ask you a question? Do you think that a man like my husband has a chance in a place like this?
Depends. A chance for what?
What I mean, Mr. Hawkeye, is what does it take to survive here?
Well, a man needs to be fleet of foot, sharp of eye, helps to know a thing or two about nature, both the human and the natural kind.
Not that. What does it really take?
Well, I suppose the same thing it takes any place else. A man has to have the proper heart for it.
Well, you know this place. Can a man like William have that heart?
Well, begging your pardon, ma'am, but I reckon you know your husband better than I do.
Enter.
Elizabeth seems to be getting the upper hand at the trading post. I do hope she can adjust to this wilderness.
With time, one can adjust to anything.
Yes. Well, dear brother, I'm putting up a large sum of money for this enterprise, and I'm risking whatever is left of my marriage because of it. You promised to deliver contracts, not only from His Majesty's Army, but also from friendly Indian tribes, to ensure the success of this business. Have you, as usual, failed?
I have not failed. The contracts will come.
Taylor, I bought you your commission in this army after you had squandered what our father left us.
William, I was 18 years old, for God's sake.
Yes, and I purchased your captaincy in order to give you another chance.
I am aware of my obligation to you, William. Do not hold my debt to you like a dagger to my throat.
Then deliver. Or the reserve of your inheritance that I control will be used to finance my return to Virginia.
But it is rightfully mine to use.
No, Taylor. It is now mine, and therefore Elizabeth's. And only by my grace can it ever be yours again. You remember this, Taylor. And get me those contracts you promised.
And what can happen to you by my grace, dear brother?
nonsense. This is all nonsense. There are enough ways for a man to die out here without creating others. I'll not spend the rest of my days walking forward and backward at the same time. I'll not sleep with one eye open. And I will not go out hunting and become the hunted. So let there be a time and a place where this will be settled.
Now is the time, Hawkeye. In the camp of my father.
Son died a warrior's death. Why must that be avenged?
My brother's spirit cries out for justice.
This quarrel is ended.
Stealing His Majesty's munitions is a hanging offense, gentlemen. And I recoil to think what would be done to you if you killed one of his officers. Besides, I bring you employment. Now, Mr. Doyle and Mr. Coughlin, shall we chat? Moment of your time, brother.
What is it, Taylor?
As I assured you, I have secured a trading pact with you and the Senecas.
Wondrous. Who are they, and where do they live?
They are a member of what is called the Iroquois Nation. They are Indians.
Are you mad? I'm to trade with the hostiles?
Hear me out. The Senecas are a large tribe. If you succeed in garnering their trade, you could have access to the entire Iroquois nation of 6 tribes. The man who controls the Indians controls all of the trade in this land. Now, 'tis risky, but the rewards, they far outweigh the jeopardy. You wanted riches, I am handing them to you.
I think you are handing him his death. William is right. This is madness, Taylor.
Far from it, Elizabeth. This is opportunity. If William does not seize this, then others will. And the Senecas are dissatisfied with the French goods.
William, please do not listen to him. This is a venture for men with no obligations, no family.
Do I have a family, Elizabeth? Are you telling me long-awaited news?
No, I'm not.
Then leave this affair to me. How will I make contact with these Senecas?
I have hired 2 very reliable and seasoned trappers to guide you to the Senecas' village. It will be a quick trek, and they are well liked by the Senecas.
And I will leave immediately. Make the necessary arrangements, Taylor.
Brother. Elizabeth?
Say nothing. It is done. Taylor may not have inherited very much of the intelligence in the Shields clan, but he is clever, nonetheless.
Shrewd is more like it.
Well, shrewd. May earn Taylor the keys of some small kingdom, but it's a nearsighted goal. There is true wealth and genuine power to be had in this frontier, Elizabeth. Oh, I realize you do not yet agree, but in time, I think this journey will prove to be worth taking for both of us.
It is 1,000 miles away from everything we know.
Yes. And that's the adventure. I said something earlier that was not polite, nor intended.
I would give you a family, if I could.
If we could. A man lives to a certain age, only to realize that he is mortal, and his true needs are simple. And he's very lucky if he finds them.
And have you?
Yes. The happiest hours of a sufficiently happy life I have spent with you. Should anything ever happen to me, promise you will remember that. Promise.
Yes. I've heard it said by those who make their lives on the sea that when you do not know the harbor you seek, then no wind is the right wind. I feel in my heart that same sense of being lost. And yet, strangely, I am not afraid. For there is a wild and feral beauty here. Nature is free and untamed. And I know that is the way the hand which fashioned it meant it to be.
That was the greatest shooting I ever seen. 2 paddles, 1 ball.
Maybe I shot the wrong boat.
Well?
It's done.
Witnesses?
Just one. The woodsman.
Will he agree it was accidental?
He can tell the color of a bird before you can even see it. And what he saw was a man accidentally falling overboard.
I'd stake my life on it.
Excellent, Coghlan. And a stake will be part of your life. If you are wrong.
Won't be a stake in my heart, Captain. It'll be a feathered shaft.
Pardon me, Mr. Coghlan.
Begging your respect, sir. We're thinking Colonel Monroe should hear what we have to say.
That was pretty close, Mr. Gunderson. But I think that it clearly proves my point that normally a spittoon is larger.
Mrs. Shields, Doyle and Cogden are back.
Oh, good. Tell my husband that I'm with a customer.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but he ain't with him.
With them, PV, not with him. Please attend to Mr. Gunderson.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I to understand, Captain Shields, that the French have been near completion of a fort a mere 50 miles north of here, and we are now just learning of it?
Sir, I believe it is a wiser path to travel when one has fact, not fiction. I had heard from our natives that a French fort was under construction, but given that they are so faithfully inaccurate, I dispatched these gentlemen, along with my own brother, to confirm it.
I was under the impression that your brother had been sent north to negotiate a trading pact with the Seneca.
What is urgent now, sir, is that the French are about to have a strategic post with which they can attack.
Come.
Forgive the interruption, Colonel Monroe, but I was anxious to see William. What?
We have some tragic news, Elizabeth. William has been captured by the Huron.
How did this happen?
Well, ma'am, one moment we was being chased by the heathens, and then, Willem, well, he sort of fell out of the boat.
Was he alive?
Yes, ma'am. But to tell it right, if it hadn't have been for the woodsman, we all would have been ribbons of jerky drying on a squaw's rig.
That will do, Coghlan. More than likely, the Huron have handed him over to the French. The rescue party will be promptly organized. We will get him back, Elizabeth.
It will not be a rescue party that will be attempted, Captain Shields.
Sir?
Prepare to send a runner to General Braddock. I should think that 4 of his 12-pounders, along with the mortars and the howitzers now on hand, should be ample to assault the French.
Forgive me, Colonel Monroe, but if you attack the fort, what will happen to William?
Mrs. Shields, you must understand, if the French complete this fort, many proud men will die. We will make every effort to secure your husband's release. Prepare to march within 24 hours.
The French have been known to treat their captives civilly, and we will ask for the immediate release of all hostages prior to the assault.
Taylor, if you care for your brother, you must send someone at once to speak to the French. It is William's only hope.
Do not speak to me of caring for my brother. I brought him to this wilderness to free him from a life of gout and boredom. I put the fire back in his belly, me. If he is to die in this land, then so be it.
It is your duty to...
It is my duty to serve my country before my brother. I clearly see and perform my duties as a servant to His Majesty. And from what William tells me, you... Wait here and pray. Pray for his safe return.
Previously seen on Hawkeye.
By 1755, the French and the British had conquered and colonized most of the world. Even with their vast empires, they each coveted what the other possessed. The crown jewel both claimed as their own was the Americas. In the midst of this conflict, Elizabeth Shields and her husband William completed a long and arduous journey from Virginia to the Hudson River Valley.
7 weeks of fleas and foul weather and loneliness have worn down my commitment. This is an adventure for younger men, William.
So there it is said. When we married 5 years ago, you took my age to be strength and wisdom. Now you see it as weakness and naivety.
That is not what I meant. Forgive me. But you must face the fact that... William.
Take the one on the right. Shoot, white men, now!
Shot the savage.
You missed. He didn't.
Morning. My name's Nathaniel Bumpel. People around here call me Hawkeye.
Well, if you would care to accompany us to Fort Bennington, you're welcome of my protection.
This belongs to your husband. He may need it again.
The Shields proceeded to Fort Bennington, where Captain Taylor Shields, William's brother, promised to arrange opportunities for William that would make him rich.
Have you secured the trading contracts with His Majesty's army as you promised?
I have made great strides in getting Colonel Monroe's blessing.
But they are not yet done. There is no problem, is there, Taylor?
None that I shall not solve, brother.
You must be Mrs. Elizabeth Shields.
Yes.
Well, hi, I'm McKinney, and this here's Peavy.
Spent 2 weeks cleaning and getting stuff organized.
Figured it's the least we could do, seeing as you might hire us as assistant managers.
You promised to deliver contracts. Have you, as usual, failed?
The contracts will come.
Then deliver, or the reserve of your inheritance that I control will be used to finance my return to Virginia.
But it is rightfully mine to use.
No, Taylor. It is now mine, and therefore Elizabeth's. And only by my grace can it ever be yours again.
And what can happen to you by my grace, dear brother? I have secured a trading pact with you and the Senecas. I have hired 2 very reliable and seasoned trappers to guide you to the Senecas' village. You wanted riches. I am handing them to you.
This is madness, Taylor. I think you are handing him his death.
We have some tragic news, Elizabeth. William has been captured by the Huron.
The time's arrived, Sam. I'm in need of your forge.
You're finally gonna cut that thing out. You sure?
It's crossed the line of being ignored. It's time.
Who's gonna do it?
Me. Now,
You say you've done this before, right, Chingachgook?
Yes, yes. Once. But I cut something that made the blood flow like water on a spring day. The man did not live.
You're a great comfort, my friend. Get on with it.
This won't work, McKinney.
Peavy, I do not plan to spend the rest of my days swamping the trading post floor. If we can get Mr. Shields back home safe, we'll be heroes. And heroes get rich.
Besides the fact that we know nothing of track and can't speak a word of Indian or shoot straight, I see nothing that stands in our way.
We can learn on the way. Are you in or not?
Yeah, I'm in.
We just come by to thank you proper for saving our top notches.
What happened in the canoe?
Nothing. What's the savage doing to your leg?
Well, I caught a Huron.
Onondaga.
A Huron arrow last summer. Damn thing broke off and left the head inside. Must be near the bone, because it keeps hitching up my leg when I run. Now, what happened in the boat, fellas?
Like we said, Willem lost his balance and fell overboard. Hell, you saw, didn't you?
Well, to tell the scriptured truth, I find it a bit hard to fall overboard from the center of a canoe.
Well, Shields was trying to reload the musket, and he dropped the musket ball. Tried to catch it and pitched himself over the side.
I see. It can happen. Didn't I run into you 2 cold winters ago, hunting on the Monongahela?
I doubt it. I stuck to the south.
Well, the fella I remember was a pretty good shot. Carried a fine Shortland flintlock. Had gold inlay on the strike plate. Just like the one I saw in your canoe. Just like the one you're holding now. Ow! That would be my bone, Chingachgook.
Come to think of it, I did do a little hunting on the Monongahela.
It strikes me as kind of funny that the best man with a musket would leave the reloading to a lily-white-handed tradesman.
Exactly, what are you saying, Hawkeye?
Well, I'm saying that next to me, the man with the best set of eyes is Chingachgook here. And he says he saw William being helped overboard. Now, what were you doing in the French territory?
I don't take to being called a liar.
Put the gun down, Doyle. Or before the flint strikes spark, I'll shove it.
We was paid to take Shields north, and we was chased by heathens. If you don't believe us, you can ask them.
Maybe Chingachgook was mistaken. After all, the only one who can say for sure is Shields. By now, he's probably resting in the belly of an Indian dog. You be on your way. Pray that you told me the truth. I don't take the killing of men lightly.
Onondaga.
But I still think it was a Huron.
Of course. All white men know more about arrowheads than red men.
The boys, McKinney and Peavy, have left to find William.
An enterprising thought, cloaked in stupidity. I suppose you will be hiring new idiots soon? What a vivid memory of our days of courting.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, and before you met my dear brother. What do you want of me, Elizabeth?
Send men to find the boys. Send men to find William. That is what I want.
It is simply impossible. If you want to find them, why don't you ask Hawkeye? He's of no use to me.
It's difficult to talk to Hawkeye. He seems more at ease with the natives than he does with us.
Indeed he is. Why don't you offer him some rum and a shiny new pot for his services? After all, it works with the savages.
Perhaps I will speak to him.
Excellent. Elizabeth, you are merely a merchant's wife, and I am an officer in His Majesty's army. I insist on respect from all. Am I clear?
Always.
We need the parley.
You pick a short talk or a short life.
Well, I must remark that the woods don't change much. I believe we're making good progress, Peavy.
How long ago we stopped for supper?
About 4 hours? Why?
Remember how you couldn't find your knife when we packed up?
Yeah. Help me on top old lightning here. Perhaps from a higher vantage point, of course, we'll be clear. Come on.
I was told you were looking for me.
Oh, I did not hear you come in.
You seemed peaceful. Didn't see the need to change it.
Well, I would embrace peace. On top of William, I am now confronted with the disappearance of McKinney and Peavy. I believe they have gone after my husband.
They're safe.
You've seen them?
Yeah. And judging by their progress, they will probably find the French fort by winter.
Why did you not bring them back with you?
Boys need to get a sense of what the Creator had in mind for them. He'll watch after them. Your husband is with the French.
How do you know?
I had a short parley with a Huron.
Well, I must tell Colonel Monroe. He can send a messenger to the French explaining that William is not a spy or a soldier and must be
It's
released
not possible,
immediately.
Mrs. Shields.
Well, what do you mean?
By now, the French have asked Mr. Shields a river's worth of questions about how much the English know of their fort. If Monroe sent a red coat to them now, they'd know for sure that the English were coming.
Are you suggesting that I do nothing? That I just let my husband wallow in the hands of the French?
I'm sorry. But it's the way of the land. The slow and the wounded become the meat of the swift and the hardy.
Your compassion is inspiring. I misjudged you. I thought you to be different than the rest. I will pay you to take me to the French fort. The French are a reasonable, civilized people. They will understand my plight.
Pay me?
Yes. Rum and kettles. I will also give you a 3-month supply of powder and ball. What is your reply?
Pay me.
One question, Captain. What's your brother e'er done to you to make you wish a Huron fate on him?
He kept all the money, Mr. Coughlin. And I want mine back. Joyfully, his death will balance the ledger.
What about his wife, Mrs. Shields?
Ah, yes. Dear, vibrant, headstrong Elizabeth. I was hoping to relight the flame that once roared between us. Unfortunately, we seem to have gotten off on the wrong foot over William's current predicament. Do you think she's foolhardy enough to try and find William on her own?
I never heard anybody call her stupid.
Nor have I. So, it might be helpful to suggest to her that the French fort lie along the Mohawk Trail. Even a schoolboy could find it.
Begging your pardon, sir, but it's near 50-odd miles of game trails, infested with savages, swift rivers. Hell, even me and Doyle wouldn't do it again.
Really? You make it sound like someone could die out there.
Yes. How may I help you?
Oh, we be needing some supplies, ma'am.
We also come by to tell of our regrets about the capture of your husband.
I'm sure he would find your sympathy nourishing.
Well, truth is, if we didn't have needs elsewhere, we'd go and look for him ourselves.
I do allow, ma'am, we're a touch confounded as to how that fort couldn't have been known about. I mean, it's not exactly like it's so hard to find.
I was given the impression that it was an arduous journey to the north.
Oh, journeys ain't the hard part. Not being seen by the Indians is the work. No matter, Monroe's going to attack it. Sooner or later, the French should have to come here.
Why is that?
Food, Mrs. Shields. Food. Yeah, them French hounds been living on hard tack for near 5 months now. Under orders not to hunt, fearing their musket fire be heard by the redcoat. Yeah, well, them Frenchers, they be starving.
Tell me more about this trek to the French.
Of mortal ills prevailing.
Oh, there's an oxbow up ahead. Makes for quieter swimming.
What have you done?
Ma'am?
I needed those supplies to barter with the French.
Surely you would have lost your pack animal if I hadn't cut him free.
Well, no matter. I will simply present myself to the fort commander and explain the situation. I'm sure he will accept a line of credit. I am grateful that you happen to be here, so I shall not charge you for the lost merchandise.
Inside your chest beats a heart of pure gold, ma'am. You're still set on heading toward the French fort?
Yes. Why?
Because unless they've moved it, it's to the north, and you were headed south.
Well, that's impossible. I asked your French Ingachcook if it is true that moss grows on the north side of the trees, and he said yes.
Well, that's the trouble with Mohicans. You have to ask them the whole question. You see, moss will grow anywhere on this beautiful earth, providing it stays out of the direct sun. South's as good as east. I can't really ever recall seeing it on the west, but there was...
Do you think this is funny? Do you think that losing a loved one is fodder for laughter? Of course you do. It's just bang, another dead body, all in a day's work out here on the frontier.
I do not think losing a loved one is funny. It's just that I reason this to be a fool's journey. If you still want to go to the fort, I'll guide you.
I will not be obliged to you, sir. Will you accept my original offer?
It's a fair one.
Then all I ask is to be taken to the perimeter of the French fort. From there, I will extract the release of William. North?
North, ma'am.
Take this wheel, boy.
Make haste, Captain Shields. I shall not confront the French without a full defilade.
Sir.
Fetlock's bruised. Needs to be wound.
How did it happen that you were by the river when I fell in, Mr. Hawkeye?
Well, I was checking my traps when I heard the sound of church floating in the air. Didn't figure the Indians had come around to the ways of the white man that much.
You've been to church?
I was partially reared by missionaries. Scots they was. Left when I was 13. Can't say as I've heard the hymns sung since then.
And what terrible trouble did you get into that made them ask you to leave at such a young age?
They was killed by Indians. How long have you been married to William?
5 years this coming spring.
You like him?
Certainly. Why would you ask such a rude question?
Wasn't meant to be rude. William anything like his brother?
William is not at all like Taylor. William is sturdy and structured. He's sensible. He's a good businessman.
Liking him sounds about the size of it. Horse is ready.
Company! Shoulder your firelocks. Shoulder your fire. Up!
If either of you could read, I'm sure you'd find that material fascinating. I understand that you are a bit overextended in your business adventures.
We'll make it whole.
This is my grant deed from the Oneidas. It is for 700 acres east of the Hudson. It is your freedom from debt.
I was told British officers couldn't hold Indian land.
They cannot.
So what do you want?
I want to snip the frayed ends that dangle with William's disappearance. Straighten out the lines of inheritance, so to speak.
Sir?
See that Mrs. Shields and the woodsman do not return.
That's it?
Yes. And make it appear that either the French or the savages have done it. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a fort to attack.
Could we not stop for a few hours?
Well, ma'am, we have to get to the fort before Monroe's column catches up and the shooting starts. We'll stop in a little bit. I have to get a canoe, huh? Come on.
The axle's repaired. The cannon's only a few hours behind us.
You tell the platoon officers no fires tonight. 2 hours rest and resume.
As you will, Colonel.
Going to return it.
Well, on top of knowing nothing about tracking, parleying, and shooting, I reckon we can add knot tying.
You got a coin on you?
One. Why?
I want to figure out which way north is again.
I found a canoe.
Oh. Where did it come from?
Its previous owner was a Huron. I never caught his name, seeing as he was less than willing to part with it. It put a hole in the right-hand side during our discussion on who should be the current owner of the boat.
Mr. Hawkeye. Your leg.
Oh, we're a powerful discussion.
Come here and let me bandage it. Sit down.
That feels good. I'll need the pitch to seal the leaks.
What?
The sap. To fix the canoe.
Yes, of course. Mr. Hawkeye? Have you ever been married?
You best get some sleep, Mrs. Shields. I saw the fort. We'll go tonight.
Jean, donne-moi un coup de main ici, hein.
Avec quoi, ce baril?
Oui, c'est bien lourd.
Où est-ce qu'on l'amène?
Ici.
So, there it is.
Yeah.
I wish to thank you, Mr. Hawkeye, for guiding me to the fort.
I'd be obliged if you stopped calling me Mr. Mrs. Shields.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. So what do you plan on telling the French?
I will be truthful. I will tell them that they are mistaken in believing that William is of any value to them. I will trade food supplies for his freedom.
As I recollect, your supplies are lying at the bottom of the river. But that probably won't be a problem.
What are you saying, Hawkeye?
I'm saying that you're a woman, and that soldiers are not rumored to be gentle lovers.
If you're saying that I will be raped in exchange for William's freedom, then so be it.
And if I were you, I'd be more worried about what the Indians will do after the French have had their way.
If you're trying to scare me...
The Indians don't care about the white man's soul, Elizabeth. We've taken his land. We don't respect it. We cut down his trees. We dam up his rivers. We kill his animals just for their skins. To them, we are walking, dancing devils. And the better way that they can figure out how to break us, the better chance they'll have of getting rid of us. Yes, I'm trying to scare you. So get a new plan, Elizabeth.
A woodsman. He's like a deer. The only way he's going down clean is with a heart shot. He's got to get him to stand and face me, Coughlin.
Why the hell don't we shoot the both of them?
And let every French and British soldier know we're here? Not likely. You just do as you're told. You turn him right, and I can't miss.
On a préparé une maudite belle surprise pour les Anglais.
Elizabeth, the canoe's ready. We ought to go before the British get here.
Did you know the French design of this fort is flawed?
Well, I reckon we can discuss the shortcomings of fort building while we're in the boat. Come on.
The flaw is that they've built their armory too close to the forward wall.
We'll tell Monroe about it later. Right now, I think we ought to go.
If we got the door off, we could ignite all that gunpowder and create a magnificent explosion. The soldiers would be so confused and dazed that we could simply slip into the fort unnoticed and rescue William. What do you think?
You know, there are bugs in these woods that can give a person fever and chills. You've been scratching yourself a lot lately.
Come on, how do we blow up that door?
Well, maybe if I took all of my powder and packed it into that door, I might be able to blow it with one musket shot.
And with another shot, you could detonate all that gunpowder.
It'd be a hell of a shot.
It would seem to be a worthy challenge for a man they call Hawkeye.
I'll need a candle.
Sir, scouts report the fort is an hour's march away. It is close to completion.
Thank you. Rest assured, gentlemen, the morning sightings of our 12-pounders and mortars will cause the French to strike the fleur-de-lis.
see the candle.
I can.
Right. Do you want me to help?
Quiet.
Right.
Evening, folks. I've got no quarrel with you, Hawkeye.
And what is it you want?
Well, appears to be the same as you. I'd come to parley with the French about Mr. Shields, being as how Doyle and me is partly to blame.
And where is Mr. Doyle?
Gone our separate ways. I relieved Doyle of his rum. Doyle and liquor didn't mix too good. Made him crazy, like the Indians.
You said your piece. Best be on your way.
Hawkeye!
Quoi ça? Les Anglais. Là-bas, là-bas, regardez.
The candle went out. I can't see the powder horn. What are you doing?
I'm making a torch. I'm gonna relight the candle.
I'll do it.
Then who will make the shot?
Sauvez-moi! Sauvez-moi! Il y a des Indiens sauvages. Je suis française. Il y a beaucoup de sauvages.
Vous voyez des sauvages?
Come on, Elizabeth, hurry up.
Mademoiselle, je ne vois pas les sauvages.
Non? J'ai tort. Pardon?
Attention, elle est espion pour les Anglais. Tirez sur elle.
Get to the canoe. I'll find William.
Wait, hold up, son, hold up. You boys all right?
Yes, sir.
Wait, have you seen William?
Yes, sir. It was the Indians, sir. They done it to him. They got his scalp. And they got his...
It's all right, boy, I've seen it. Haven't wrapped me tight, I've seen it. Now, where is he now?
The police was just taking him out when we come in.
Let's go.
Boys, get the canoe to the river.
Where's William?
He's not at the fort. The French have taken him someplace else.
You must send someone to find out where he is.
There is no time, Elizabeth. We have to get downstream.
I will not be told what to do anymore.
Look, this is not a poetry reading. This is reality. This is truth.
The truth? Everything I hear turns out to be a lie. And I will listen no longer.
Then listen only to this, Elizabeth. Your husband has been tortured by the Iroquois. He's lived through pain that no man should endure. Now, whatever is left of his body, whatever is left of his soul, needs caring for. Do you hear me?
Why must this be so hard? What has William ever done to deserve this?
Nothing. The same as you, your husband still lives. It's right that you do. You must know if you find him, He may not be as...
Whatever horrors have happened, he still lives. And I will hold to hope.
Hold to life, Elizabeth. Hold to life.
Shields!
Were you successful, Mr. Coughlin?
Hawkeye killed Doyle. He'll come after me next.
Does he know anything of my involvement?
Didn't say a word. He and the woman blew up the French fort.
So I heard. And as you may have heard, Mr. Coughlin, there are casualties in war.
With all that has occurred and my mind aching with what has happened to William, I am startled at another feeling. There is a beating in my heart, faint and gentle, yet still I can tell it is strong. It is the beat of discovery within one's soul. It is the beat of what can never be.